Prime Minister, opposition leaders attend all-party meeting in Delhi ahead of Parliament session beginning tomorrow. Assam Chief Minister urges Niti Aayog to solve flood erosion problem. Arunachal Chief Minister seeks separate service cadre for his state. Joint operations by India-Myanmar armies bust militant camps along border. NAB ultras operating in northeast. Asian Development Bank extends funds for better infrastructure in 7 districts of Tripura. And in sports, in ICC Cricket World Cup, rain play spoiled sport again. India-Pakistan match interrupted midway at Old Trafford. Good evening, viewers, and welcome to the Northeast News Bulletin. This is Sangeeta Bhattacharjee, and now with the details. In national news first, an all-party meeting was held in New Delhi today ahead of the Parliament session beginning tomorrow. During the meeting, the government sought the support of opposition parties to ensure smooth functioning of both the houses. Prime Minister Narendra Modi, Defence Minister Rajnath Singh, Parliamentary Affairs Minister Prahlad Joshi, Ghulam Nabi Azad and Anand Sharma of Congress, NCP leader Supriya Sule, TR Balu of DMK and Derek O'Brien of TMC, along with representatives of other parties, attended the meeting. Briefing the media after the over 2-hour-long meeting, Parliamentary Affairs Minister Prahlad Joshi said the Prime Minister will hold a meeting with all party presidents on the 19th of this month on the issue of one nation, one election. The session will continue till the 26th of next month. President Ramnath Kovind will address the joint sitting of both the houses on Thursday. The budget will be presented on the 5th of next month. Assam Chief Minister Sarbananda Sonowal has stressed the need for effective management of flood and erosion afflicting a large part of the state every year. Taking part in the 5th meeting of the Governing Council of the Niti Aayog at Rashtrapati Bhavan on Saturday, Sonowal pointed out that the relief and rehabilitation provided to the flood-affected people as per SDRF guidelines are not adequate. He pleaded for increased funds for prevention, mitigation, preparedness and rehabilitation after natural calamities. The Chief Minister also sought Niti Aayog's intervention to include river erosion in the admissible list of calamities for funding under NDRF or SDRF so that quick and timely steps could be taken to counter erosion. He appreciated the move for setting up a high-level committee for proper management of water resources in the northeastern region under the chairmanship of Niti Aayog Vice Chairman. On the other hand, participating in the Niti Aayog meeting, Arunachal Pradesh Chief Minister Pema Khandu advocated creation of a separate cadre of All India services for Arunachal Pradesh for realizing the aspirations of a new Arunachal in a new India. He said there was the need for a paradigm shift in the guidelines of national flagship programs vis-a-vis the unique ground realities of population and terrain in Arunachal Pradesh and necessity of relaxation thereof. Khandu urged the Niti Aayog to devise a mechanism to make good the lack of externally aided projects in the state through an appropriate alternative window of funding through the Niti Aayog. The state government was committed to the vision of Prime Minister Narendra Modi to double the income of farmers. Arunachal Pradesh would work towards realizing this vision, he added. The armies of India and Myanmar carried out a 3-week-long coordinated operation from May 16 in their respective border areas, targeting several militant groups operating in Manipur, Nagaland and Assam, defence sources said. The first phase of Operation Sunrise was conducted 3 months ago along the Indo-Myanmar border, during which a number of camps of northeast-based militant groups were busted. Myanmar is one of the strategic neighbours of India, which shares a 1,640-kilometre border with a number of northeastern states, including the militancy-hit Nagaland and Manipur. Sources said that during Operation Sunrise 2, the armies coordinated with each other to bust camps of militant outfits, including the Kamtapur Liberation Organization, KLO, the NSC and Kaplang, the United Liberation Front of Assam Alpha, and the National Democratic Front of Bodoland NDFB. They said at least 6 dozen militants were nabbed and several of their camps destroyed. In Manipur, Health Minister L. Jayantakumar has said his party and PP's stand on the present political situation in the state will depend on the decision of its high command. Responding to the queries of media persons on the sidelines of the World Blood Donors Day at Jawaharlal Nehru Institute of Medical Sciences, Porumpat, Imphal East, the minister said it is very unfortunate for the nearly 2.5-year-old BJP-led coalition government to have involved itself in the overdraft issue. It may be recalled here that after facing the brunt of overdraft, Chief Minister N. Biren divested Deputy Chief Minister Y. Joykumar of the finance portfolio. Welcome back. The Asian Development Bank ADB has approved projects for infrastructure development worth 1,650 crore rupees in 7 of the 8 district headquarter towns in Tripura. Official sources said in Agartala that the Urban Development Department of Tripura government had submitted project details to the ADB through the central government, on which the ADB gave its nod on Sunday. The ADB will give 80% of the amount as grant in aid, and the Tripura government will have to pay back only 20% of the loan amount in due course of time. The district headquarter towns where the ADB funded projects will be executed include Ambasa in Dhalai district, Dharmanagar in North Tripura, Kailashahar in Unakoti, Udaipur in Gomti, Bishramganj in Sipahijala, Belonia in South Tripura and Khowai in Khowai district. In Assam, curtains fell on Saturday on the 3-day 473rd birth anniversary celebrations of Sri Sri Bodula Potmata. Attending the cultural night on the concluding day, Nagaland Governor P.B. Acharya called upon the hot rod to undertake out-of-the-box programs to popularize the philosophy and ideals of Saint Pankaudev in other parts of the country.
Vice Chancellor, doctors, intellectuals, journalists, इसके बारे में कितना चिंता कर रही हैं? 135 crores में सिर्फ 8% यूथ शादी है, और आज हमारे पास सभी संपत्ति है, 800 यूनिवर्सिटीज हैं, बहुत सी चीजें में आगे बढ़े हुए हैं. थोड़ा सा विचार बदल के भारत को मजबूत बनाना है. पेट्रियोटिज्म शुड बी आवर मेन थीम. यस, मैं भारत के विरोध में, देश के विरोध में, समाज के विरोध में कुछ भी नहीं करूंगा. देश को मजबूत बनाने के लिए मेरे विचार, मेरी विद्या, मेरा पैसा, मेरा आवाज, सब कुछ देश के लिए समर्पण करूंगा. इस विचार से हमारे सभी सत्राधिकारी हमें मार्गदर्शन करें और आगे बढ़ाए. और भी सत्राधिकारी.
In Meghalaya, the United Democratic Party has claimed that some Congress MLAs have approached it to shift their allegiance. Talking to media in Shillong, UDP leader Jamino Mautho said that if the Congress MLAs want to join the party, the UDP will welcome them. He said some Congress MLAs have also approached the UDP with a request to form a government, adding, however, that the MDA government is strong enough and does not require outside support.
Because
Still in Meghalaya, Education Minister Lakmen Rimboe inaugurated the Golden Jubilee celebration of the H.K. Singh Memorial Lower Primary School at the Timpang Club Playground, Jawai, on Saturday. June 15 was also the birthday of H.K. Singh Lingtu Nongbri, who was not only a pioneer of the liberal church in the area, but a man of literature par excellence. The Unitarian Church had decided to restart the school in the year 1967 after it was closed down. Rain played spoil sport again in the ICC Cricket World Cup. The India-Pakistan match going on at Old Trafford, Manchester, had to be stopped midway due to rains. It was their 4th round-robin match earlier. Pakistan won the toss and elected to field. India made 305 runs for the loss of 4 wickets when the match was interrupted by rains. This was the first match to be played at Old Trafford this World Cup. A win for the men in blue will consolidate their chances for making it to the semi-finals. If Pakistan lose today, it will face a mammoth task of reaching the last 4 stage. Team India is currently 4th in the 10-team points table with 5 points. Pakistan is 9th with 3 points. The table is led by defending champions Australia, who have 8 points in its kitty so far. In Sikkim, the Kailash Mansarovar Yatra 2019 from Gangtok via Nathula was flagged off today from Gangtok. The flag-off ceremony was attended, among others, by Principal Secretary, Tourism and Civil Aviation, Dr. K. Jaikumar, Special Secretary Namrata Thapa, and ITBP Commandant T.S. Mangamdong.
I would like to go to the beginning, yes, initially. We started
in Assam, ahead of the 5th International Yoga Day, Director of Sports and Youth Welfare, Government of Assam and All Assam Yoga Practitioner Forum organized an art competition at Nirvan State Yoga Center, Nehru Indoor Stadium, Guwahati. A number of children took part in the event, the motive of their drawing being yoga and its benefit. Noted artist Champak Borbora was the judge. In Assam, a meeting of the Khosaton Nagorik Monso held at Vivekananda Kendra Auditorium, Guwahati today called for a re-verification of the ongoing update of National Register of Citizens for a correct and flawless citizens list. Speakers after speaker expressed reservations over the ongoing NRC exercise and demanded re-verification of the entire process so that only genuine Indian citizens find a place in it. Finally, in Tripura, the government has decided to build a museum to preserve the valuable and memorable cultural works of music maestro R.D. Burman. Chief Minister Biplab Kumar Deb, who has pushed the plan, had a telephonic conversation with Asha Bhosle and invited her to visit the state, the land of Panchanda, her husband, to inaugurate the museum. In a Facebook post, Chief Minister Biplab Kumar Deb said Bhosle ji has accepted the invitation extended to her on behalf of 37 lakh people of Tripura. And before we wind up the bulletin, a recap of the headlines. Prime Minister opposition leaders attend all-party meeting in Delhi ahead of Parliament session beginning tomorrow. Assam Chief Minister urges Niti Aayog to solve flood and erosion problem. Arunachal Chief Minister seeks separate service cadre for his state. Joint operations by India, Myanmar armies burst militant camps along border. NAB Ultras operating in northeast. Asian Development Bank extends funds for better infrastructure in 7 districts of Tripura. And in sports, in ICC Cricket World Cup, rain plays spoil sport again. India-Pakistan match interrupted midway at Old Trafford. That brings us to the end of this evening's bulletin. Thank you for tuning in. Namaskar.